boys and girls, it's Miss Lisa, the art teacher. Welcome back to my table of art. How is everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. The weather's changing. It's going to be a beautiful week, nice and warm. So if you can get outside, just get a breath of fresh air, even if you're just sitting out there taking in all the beauty around you. Well, today I'd like to create some magic with you. We're going to do magic with our colors. We're going to use yellow and we're going to use blue to create magically the color, yes, you guessed it, green. We're going to mix blue and green using a stamper that I made for you out of a toilet paper roll and some bubble wrap. So we're going to do bubble wrap magic. The first thing we need, though, is a piece of white paper. That's where the magic's going to happen. We're going to, of course, need our bubble wrap stamper. And we're going to need yellow and blue washable, to make it easier on Mom and Dad, tempera paint. Paper plate. We'll use these as our palettes. And I'm going to get started. And we're going to start with the color yellow. Yellow, which is a primary color. We're going to start with yellow tempera paint. And the first thing I'd like us to do is we're going to put some of that yellow paint into the plate, and we're going to gently use our stamper, our bubble wrap stamper, and we're going to dip it into the paint on our plate. And I'm going to bring it down to my table so you can watch everything I'm doing. Okay, so come on down. There we go. So here is my paper, here is my stamper, and here is my paint. And I'm going to dip that in here so all the little bubbles on my bubble wrap get coated with paint. Now I'm going to create a pattern. What is a pattern? Well, a pattern is something that repeats over and over and over. So watch how we create a pattern together. I'm going to press down, leaving the bubble wrap print. And I'm going to repeat it. I'm going to get some more paint. I'm going to repeat it again. I'm starting to create a pattern. And again. I just created a pattern by creating that line of bubble magic here. Now watch, let's do more. I'll go in between those circles, pressing down to leave the bubble wrap mark. Dip in paint, cover your bubble wrap, and press. Continue your pattern. Refill with paint when needed. Back. More yellow dots of bubble wrap. Remember, we're starting with the yellow, a primary color, to create pattern. What a beautiful pattern we've created. Look at how lovely this came out. We repeated the yellow over and over and over using our bubble wrap. So now we want to switch colors. So we're going to need to wash our bubble wrap. So my best recommendation is to take the bubble wrap off of the toilet paper roll so you don't get this wet. And let's just go out and wash this under the sink. So I'm going to put this on pause and I'll be right back. So don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm back. I washed my bubble wrap really well and I patted it dry. That's why I like the washable tempera paints. Now, when you replace this back onto your toilet paper roll, make sure it's bubble side up. You want to feel that texture. Just wrap it over the top of your roll, keeping your rubber band. Twice around would be good. Twist and turn. And then gently pull down on the sides to make sure it's taut on the top, like a drum. There we go. Okay. So now we have a clean bubble wrap stamper. So the next color I'm going to introduce is our color blue. We still have the other side of this plate, so I'd like to pour some of this blue paint onto the paper plate on the other side. coming to the end of my paint, so it's, let me shake it down to the bottom. And out she comes all over my finger. Of course. Well, you know what? That's what art's all about. Getting messy. Okay, I got a tiny bit at the bottom of this plate, and I think that might be enough for this. So, I don't want to get any on my table. I'm going to use this to wipe my finger clean. Now I'm going to dip my bubble wrap into the blue paint. So come on down and watch me while I do this as well. And I'm still going to create a pattern. Okay, let me dip it into the blue paint. Dab it along the side of the plate to get some of it off so it's not too much. We want to keep that design of the bubbles. And now I'm going to apply it to my pattern paper. I'm going to go a little over to the side of the yellow one, but I want to overlap the yellow one because I want the blue and the yellow to mix. And why do I want to do that? Does anybody know why I might want the blue and the yellow to mix? Well, because that's where the magic happens, where I overlap my yellow with the blue. Do you know what happens when blue and yellow get together? Well, they have a little party, but aside from a little party, they create magic. The blue and yellow together create a new color that we know as green, a secondary color. And the reason it's secondary is because it takes two primaries to make it. Can't have a secondary color without two primary colors. So if I bring you a little closer, you might see that magic happening. Can you see here where the yellow and the blue have combined and overlapped and created the color green? So now I'm going to do this. I'm going to stamp into the yellow, and I'm going to stamp in between all the places that I don't have color. And the blue on top of the yellow, look at that great green we're creating, is going in between all the other colors. And we're making a beautiful, magical bubble wrap print of primary and secondary colors. Blue, yellow, and, you guessed it, green. Guys, remember to cover your table. I forgot to mention that because sometimes the paint goes over. And let's fill our negative space with our bubble wrap printer, stamper. Look at this. I love it. I love color. I love creating color. And I love stamping. So for me, this is a win-win project. How about you? Did you enjoy making your magic today? I know I did. So, for today, I say, let's create magic. I'm a magical leprechaun today. How about you? All right, boys and girls, when your picture has dried, get a piece of construction paper, preferably green, for St. Patty's Day, and mount your print onto the green construction paper. So when it's done, it looks really professional. And you can hang it in a museum because that's how beautiful it looks. All right, boys and girls, this is Miss Lisa, your art teacher, saying ciao for now from my table of art. And you have a wonderful week. Bye-bye. See you next week.